Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports?
And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft to the 43, second down. Defense for the Vikings. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Craig.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now Daniels.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Up the middle they go. It's Craig. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Robinson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington.
That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is, how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays, getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Craig. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Here's Daniels.
Forced out to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Isaiah Foskey brings him down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. To the air with McCarthy. Throw out wide to Walker.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Repeated the last play, finding Walker.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
That's out wide for Palmer.
Listen, he stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The Vikings at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now McCarthy. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He gets it complete to Jackson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Craig, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a quarterback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Daniels looking to throw.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
To throw is Daniels. That is caught.
That is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown on the season, and they are able to add on to their advantage.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. He completes this to Walker.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Now 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. McCarthy. And Walker has it. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll bring up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8. At the Commanders' 32-yard line.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Throwing now is Daniels. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Sanders' kick is good, and that will cut this lead back down to 4 now at 17-13.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
A final shot before break. Daniels. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
13.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms, here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
2nd and 9 from the 44. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
First and 10 on the 45-yard line.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on a touch pass. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on the touch pass. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. McCarthy going to throw again. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards on the play.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Back to throw again. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll fake the jet sweep, but instead give up the middle to Williams. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. McCarthy. Touchdown, Vikings! Javonte Williams.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Vikings have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Whether it's offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Up the middle they go. It's Craig, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. To the air goes Daniels. He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people will. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. In motion, the tight end.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. That's again complete to Palmer.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard.
It's the gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 19-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. And that one too wide and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw McCarthy. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice eat.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw.
McCarthy. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Trey Palmer, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now Daniels. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Daniels going to throw for it. Flushed out right. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
He finds his man. Complete. That's Walker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20.
Now McCarthy.
Escaping the pressure right.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's McCarthy. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
To the air again, McCarthy. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is McCarthy. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Daniels looking to throw.
He'll hit Jackson, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 3. Off the play fake, Daniels. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw is Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Throwing now is Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Robinson will get down close to the goal line, but not in, and as he'll be marked down at the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
34. Commanders 24. Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. Down the left sideline. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Did you see how the linebackers froze for just a second? That's why you run play action. You want to keep them rooted in the spot and create a little bit of extra space so your tight end can find some room behind him. And then the quarterback finds his target downfield, and he turns it into 6 points.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. This is 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels escaping the pressure right. Jackson with a catch. On the move past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Vikings, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.